So my name is Jake, and I am joined today by Beryl of Be Celebrated Printing. She is based out of Atlanta and is a graphic designer focusing on t-shirts. And I apologize, my notes are just off screen. I cannot see them. So I know, Beryl, you do t-shirts as well as a ton of other, you do websites as well as
buttons and magnets, the most random of the most random.
Hey, it works. Beryl is someone I know through our Facebook group as well, and she is incredibly wonderful. I am subbing in for Fabiola today, who is going to take this over, but it's kind of her loss because I really enjoy hanging out with Beryl. So this works out well. Today, we're going to talk through a little bit of Beryl's, and she's going to show us off a little bit of how she does and creates illustrations, specifically face illustrations through PicMonkey. Really awesome, really cool stuff that she does that is honestly really creative and really kind of scrappy, which I love. So before we get started, Beryl, can you give us a little background on you, a little more information on what you do and where you're located and how you got started in graphic design?
Okay. Fighting a big afro right now. I am from Texabama, Atlanta. I was raised in Texas. I moved to Alabama during college and had kids and then moved to Atlanta. I am a self-taught graphic designer because of PicMonkey. And I was doing PicMonkey back when it was Picnic. So no, that's it. I just started out tinkering, and that tinkering turned into a business. That's it.
Awesome. That's really exciting. No, I love that.
Cool.
Cool beans. So if you want to go ahead, do you know how to share your screen there?
Yes, I'm a Zoomologist.
Awesome, awesome. If you want to go ahead and let me unshare my screen here.
Did you give me sharing ability?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see. I just saw the ability to do that. Sorry, guys. Okay.
I think it says like multi, gives you a multi button somewhere in there. And while he's looking for the screen share button, feel free to talk. Oh, thank you. Norway, I don't even know where that is on the feel free to talk in the chat.
Yeah, and we'll take questions towards the end. So if you do have any questions, please go ahead and leave those in the chat there. And we will be doing that towards the end.
Callie.
Okay. Let's see. Can you share now, Beryl?
I can.
Awesome.
So now I'm gonna do it the way I know how to do it. So I'm gonna share, because that's the easiest way. So I kind of cheated. I already had my stuff up because I'm assuming that everybody already kind of knows how to work PicMonkey because you're here. So first of all, I want to give y'all a round of applause because you're Zooming with me. Don't we love Zoom?
Oh, yeah.
And some of y'all possibly aren't wearing pants right now. And shout out to you because you just got here. We're out here chilling. We're all together. And so feel free to talk in the chat if you want to. I like a talk back church. Jake is my favorite person in the whole wide world. Aww. I used to bother him so much. And it's like, what's going on with this? And when are you going to change that? Just like talking crazy.
I love it.
And he always was like, we're doing the best we can. We're going to help you with that. I'm like, and I tried to act like I was a PicMonkey employee sometimes, helping people in the Facebook, like, leave Jake alone. I can help you with this. And so I used to do that sometimes. But anywho, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a face. When I first started, I used to make faces out of shapes. So imagine me trying to make myself out of this here circle. You can do some amazing things with circles. So I'm going to pull myself down so I'm not looking at me or Jake's lovely plants in the background. So right now I can't see anything but the chat. All right, so this is the way I used to do it. I used to literally take a circle, drag it down, add faces. But then I got into cahoots with PicMonkey and we started making stuff together. So I'm gonna click on hair, and all these images of these beautiful Black women is what I created, because I noticed when I first tried to make hair on PicMonkey, they didn't have hair that looked like mine. And so I was constantly having to make like shapes and stuff. So
representation.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to start off with her. And each of these people, they don't have names, but in my spirit, I feel like this is a soldier woman who like has to work in the field and she always has to pull her hair back. So I was like, let me give a shout out to the soldier woman or the military lady. So move this over. Okay, so this is what we're going to start with. So we're going to take her hair off. So the first thing we're going to take off is outline. This right here, I worked with Troy from PicMonkey and I told him how important edges are. And he was like, I don't know what that is. He's a bald man.
Yes, he is.
And he said, I don't understand hair at all. So I had to explain to him edges and the importance of edges. But I also told him the importance too of bald women. So this is a nod to, I don't know if y'all can see my wall, of women, thank you, women with alopecia and women with breast cancer. I'm looking in the chat real quick. Back up a bit. How did you get to this screen to create a face? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm good with that. We can work together. So I hit create new. Then I go to, and I have all kinds of stuff in here. Blank canvas. Then I always just do make it. And then I gave it a name. Face tutorial. So that's what I did. So then you go from here and pull from I learned this language is called the left panel. So now I'm going back to mine. So that's how I did it. So feel free to ask questions, y'all. Like for real. I need to know you're there. If you're in the kitchen or like kicking it, like just let me know. So we started with this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add eyes. And so I just type in eye. So these are all the lovely eyes, and I always pretty much use the same one. Right now she looks like a cyclops. We're gonna make her look like an actual person. And my favorite thing to do is hit duplicate 1,000,000 times. So we're gonna give her, I can't even say that, Nicaragua. Hi, Sandra. How do you remove hair? Oh, you do it over here on the side. So these lovely colors you can make transparent and all kinds of stuff. I'll show you that in a minute. So we're gonna change her eyes, my bad, to brown. And also there is going to be a replay. So anything that I do go way too fat, not red, good Lord, gonna be a replay on. So if you're like, how'd she do that? It's going to be in the replay.
Yeah, so we'll throw this up on, and I should have mentioned that at the beginning. Thank you for that. We'll throw this up on our YouTube page at PicMonkey. So you can just run over to the PicMonkey YouTube page after this is over and you can watch it 10 more times, slow it down, speed it up, whatever you need to do.
Absolutely. And tell all your friends about me.
Yes.
And your single friends too. Okay, so then we're going to take off the eyeliner because I don't like double eyeliner, even though I'm not a makeup person, but still. Okay, so now you see I just duplicated and I kind of lined it up. That's the best thing about making a face is that if you're like, I'm not sure if that eyebrow's incorrect, you can just hit duplicate. So now I'm going to hit the transparent button and take all that color off because now all I want is the eyeliner. And by the way, I've made this face today 4 times because I want to make sure, I do this so much in the middle of the night while the girls are asleep that I'm not used to talking. So I had to be like, how do I say this? Because I live in my head. And if you're a designer, if you're an introvert, if you're somebody that's been home by yourself for the past year, you've been talking to yourself and you've been having a good time with yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And so to actually have to have a conversation is odd and it shouldn't be, but it is.
I really like how you added the eyelid there, like the eyeliner. Just, that's really, that's what I love about you, Beryl, is you're just incredibly creative and scrappy. I love the scrappiness of just being able to make something work. And yeah, that's wonderful.
Thank you, friend. I cannot cry with this cheap mascara.
That is what a designer does, though.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to do lashes. And this is all in PicMonkey. Notice I do not have to leave the app. I can stay on here all day long and just make stuff. And so we're going to give her a little lash, little zhuzh, if you will. And if y'all can see my setup right now, oh my God, I have my mouse leaning on a pile of pillows.
Hey.
My computer is on top of a Adidas box. And my light is being held by the table.
All of my monitors are held up by books.
See?
Old books that I read, yeah.
So it's kind of hard me to get a good grip because it's on this pillow. But that would be the last. It shouldn't be this weird. Come on, mouse. You know what? Let's just be loud. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So it's a little crooked. Now eyebrows. I see y'all. I think y'all were talking in the chat. Can you overlay a grid to get an season? I don't know that. I don't know what that is. Overlay a grid.
You can. So if you click on the gear icon in the bottom panel, you can actually turn a grid on. So you see at the
here.
Oh, towards the left. Sorry, on the left hand.
Oh, here.
There. Yeah. So that little gear icon. Okay. Well, yeah, you can turn on to have grid marks. So it helps you keep things a little more symmetrical if that's what you're going for.
Oh no, I don't do. I got to get better at this. Learn something new every day.
Oh yeah, no, honestly, I do. Anytime we hang out with our designers and they go through anything, I learn something new every time.
Amaze balls, love it. So now we're gonna give her a good old eyebrow. And once again, I cannot see myself, so if all y'all see is my nose. I'm so sorry because I keep trying to get centered, but I got to be able to see. And then we're gonna make her, you know, a little brown. And I'm so sorry for that crooked eyelashes because of where I have my mouse. And here's the eyebrow. Woo, good Lord, honey. Not that unibrow. Not that situation going on. But you know what? When in doubt, once again, my favorite thing about PicMonkey is the eraser button. The eraser button solves all my problems. Other apps won't say their name, don't have eraser. They just give you a whole bunch of templates and don't let you freestyle for yourself. Okay, so now this is the part that's going to be weird. So feel free to talk to me in the chat because I have to make her a nose. The noses that we have are pretty much for skulls and looks like snowmen. I say we like I'm a part of the company, but we're going to make her a nose. So I've learned once again how to make everything with circles.
Let's see, I'm super curious.
So I go back to maybe like this because I don't want it to be too dark. And then I use my eraser tool. I want it to be soft. And then I just start, I'm gonna make a nose. I know you're like, how are you gonna make a nose at that circle? Just watch.
I trust you.
Watch the magic.
I trust you.
Because I do it all the time. This is the third time I made this nose today. So she looks odd, but we're gonna figure it out. Let's see. Okay, so that's the first thing. And y'all still like, what is that? It's her nose. I told you, I know it's a little, very little about shading and makeup. So we've kind of created a nose. It's like a big old mustache, but I promise you it's about to be a nose. So the way that women contour, that's basically how I kind of cheated into figuring out how to make a nose.
Oh. That's really smart.
Yeah, and then kind of pull it apart so it could be a little bit wider. And then rip it off right here. This, I figure it's gonna take a while. But you can also do makeup and all kinds of cool stuff that I don't know how to do yet. And then I duplicate it again, make it a little bit smaller, and make this like the top of her nose. And then duplicate again, flip it, make it the bottom of her nose. Where did I put that? I love the grids. Whatever. What is this called on the right side? The layers?
Yeah. So that's the layers panel. So all individually, those are all the individual different layers. And we just added where you can lock those as well. So I think it makes it where if you didn't want to select anything else, you don't want to worry about those, you can lock those layers and you won't be able to select them until they're unlocked, which is helpful when you have a ton of layers like this, because this is how I usually like to design is and I'm not a classically trained designer, so I just kind of like to copy a lot of what our designers do, but just trying to make it myself and just try to do stuff like this, never this creative, but just kind of jumping in and, but I usually have a ton of layers on mine. So
that makes
helpful.
Sense. Yeah, I think you taught me the trick about, remember I was like, I got it all stuck. How do I get it out? And you taught me how to go backwards and figure out how to go back and undo something. And I thought it was amazing. Okay. Once again, not perfect, but we ain't got that much time. All right, so that's basically her nose. Now let's do lips. Okay, so I used this one. In the chat, tell me what color y'all want to do her lips. So it could be red, it could be purple, I don't care. Hot pink. Okay, Nikki. That's what I'm talking about. Hot pink.
So the circle came from, she just grabbed the, there's just a question on where the circle and the eraser came from. So that circle was just one of our graphics, just a circle, a basic circle that she used. You can erase any one of our layers and any one of our graphics. So with that layer selected, that circle layer that she grabbed, she just used the erase tool and erased in a way that gave it those nice, made it look like a contour.
Yeah. You need to be my co-host so I can just sit here and just tinker and you talk to the people because I'm like, I'm just doing something. Okay, so now since it's hot pink, we're gonna go a little bit darker on the line, a little bit, like a little like outline situation.
Yeah.
Y'all remember like the outline from the 90s? What the crap? Oh, okay. Take this off.
And so this is what she was doing earlier with the, where someone was asking how she removed the hair. With a lot of our graphics, you can actually remove individual colors. So if you don't want, like she did for this one, if you didn't want the hair on there, you can just individually make those parts of the graphic transparent.
Right. And so now I'm getting all this lipstick. Oh shoot, it's because I didn't make this hard. Okay. So now that's another thing I love about like PicMonkey. I tell you I love the eraser tool because I can make it do what I want it to do. And then I can get rid of all this extra stuff. But mind you, this normally takes me like an hour. So the fact that I'm doing it in 20 minutes, it's not going to be as perfect as I would like it to be. So if anybody's OCD and you see something sticking out, I promise I can make it better. If you're like, make me one of those, I promise it'll look way better than this. Okay.
We'll just start making drag queens next and it'll all be a little messy. It's great.
We could do that as well. So let me do something else that's going to drive me crazy because I have to do it. I want her to be able to breathe. So once again, get these little circles. I'm gonna pinch just as small as I can make it because I just can't take it anymore. She can't breathe. Come on. So I kind of made it to where it's like a little nostril situation. Duplicate, because I probably can't do it perfect like that again. So now she can breathe. It's not perfect, but it would be perfect if I had more time. But y'all understand what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, look in the comment. What are they saying? When you place a graphic on the screen, are you answering questions? Because I just want to make sure I don't miss.
Yeah. No, they're talking. They're answering some questions.
Oh, okay.
Before I even got to them, they're trying to get back to the graphic screen. So
Chat amongst yourselves. And I don't want that to be like super dark. Okay. So now we're gonna move to the hair. Mind you, I drew all this hair with the help of Troy. I drew it and then he showed me how to like do the lines and everything. So we have Bantu knots. We have a good old Holy Ghost bun. This actually is my hair. I traced my hair off a picture. But
that's awesome.
Thank you. But I want to do a good old bob situation, honey. Everybody loves a good bob. A bob is universal. So I'm what am I doing? I am getting rid of the face that's up under it. And then we're just gonna, oh Lord. It's because of my mouse, but we're gonna drag this out. Okay, so this is a real conservative lady. Let's make her fun. So I'm gonna rip off this side of her head. And then we're gonna go back to our original head up under here. And we're going to add like a little hair situation. And once again, the edges. And then I'm gonna go back up to the top and straighten her up a little bit. Okay, and then once again, back to the circle, I'm going to make an earring. So earring, y'all like, that is huge, it's in her face, and I'm gonna fix it. So then I go back to my eraser tool. I pretty much am a one-trick pony. It is circles and eraser, circles and eraser. And then I'm gonna click on this and give it a little shimmer, if you will. And it's shimmering, and that's it. We wanna do one earring, wanna do two? It's fine. So what do y'all think? Is it weird? Is it too much?
I mean, you built an empire on circles and erasures, so.
Listen, That's how I'm paying these bills.
Exactly.
Circles and erasers.
Exactly. And I love the idea that you really are self-taught, but I mean, this is incredibly creative and shows a lot of talent. So
thank you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I really, I just, I feel like it's pretty much anyone can get in there if you really play around with it. I think that's the you don't necessarily need training if you just play around with stuff. Yeah, no. I love that. I love that about it. Yeah.
So if y'all have any questions, if y'all want to just like, let's make her a redhead or whatever, you can just sit here literally and tinker. I think the other day I turned her hair into a turban. Like I was doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was literally like just wilding out. Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, I was going to say you can add a ton of textures. You can use image fill to add, like if you wanted to add fabric textures, if you wanted to make it a turban. Yeah.
Yep, you can do anything. You can, you can do anything you want. So that's what I love about it. She just keeps changing.
Yeah.
And so
super customizable. I like that.
Where you go. So that's all I got. That's awesome. All I can do other things with her, but I don't know what else y'all want to do. So
yeah. Does anybody have any questions or anything they'd like to see? Give it just a second in chat here.
Animate her hair. Ooh, Nikki, girl, let me see. Oh Lord, I can do it, but I'm trying to figure out. All it's gonna do is kind of like swing. So let's see. Do I want it to slide? Do I want it to rotate? Do I want to swing? Let's see what happens.
We just added some, so you can change we just upgraded animation a bit. So you can add, you can change they add little different variations. So make it extreme or a little light there, or
I guess a flashing bang.
If only.
I've made some of them do this. I can make them neck roll, but it takes a minute because I have to take her neck off and then put it back on.
Would you just like isolate that layer like you did with the face? Yeah, and just make another one. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would literally take off the neck and then, and I'll just show you some other stuff I made. I cannot believe I'm showing the world my hub because it's dirty, honey.
Oh, mine is terrible.
But I made her over and over again, basically. So I did the same thing, same face over and over again, and I stuck her in the coat and gave her a background and gave her sunglasses.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah, this is totally PicMonkey.
That is really cool.
So I just go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to answer a question real quick. Someone was asking if they could animate a pic and post to Facebook. I don't remember exactly if Facebook allows for animations, but I know you can make GIFs. You can use animations or video to make GIFs, and you should be able to post that to Facebook. I feel a little old or a little young, I can't tell, not knowing exactly how to use parts of Facebook.
But yeah, I can make them do a little stuff, but not amazing.
Yeah.
I'll experiment with different facial expressions. Oh, I have, this is one I made. I don't know if y'all can see this.
We should be able to, yeah. Oh yeah.
I made that one because there's not a lot of clip art with locks, and I wanted to celebrate, like I said, different hair.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's like, this is a whole expression right here. This is I'm not feeling you. This is that's fire. And so I just thought I named her Toot Bay.
I love that.
This is all out of PicMonkey. Y'all can tell because you see the lashes and everything. I feel like a makeup guru. So yeah.
I like the earrings too.
Yeah, that's PicMonkey. That is one of the accents.
Okay. Honestly, I do a lot with, and I end up cutting a lot of the graphics down and using pieces of them. And I find, again, that's something I learned from just watching our designers. We do a design playground in-house, and then we also do one every Friday. We also do a design playground. It's live for everybody. And that's the stuff I learned from them, is just, taking a rose with a stem and taking off the rose and using the stem as like a border and with just some leaves. It's really cool. Yes. And it's really fun to just play around with. Because I didn't used to use a lot of our graphics. And then I realized how much you can customize them. And
absolutely. I have made, like I say, I can take a circle and mix some of the craziest stuff with a circle. I got some of my, something I want to tell y'all too, because I was able to do so many circles, that's how I started learning how to do logos from PicMonkey, because I was like, I would just tinker, and I would make circles and all kinds of stuff. Like this is another face. This one I first was trying to figure it out, but that's all PicMonkey. Do you see the shapes on the side? I just kept
I love the hair.
Yeah, it was like I just kept playing with it, kept playing with it, kept playing with it, kept playing. And this is fireworks. Her earrings are fireworks from PicMonkey.
I love that. You could, and then you could animate those too.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I think we have some animated graphics as well that are like that.
Yeah. So this is before there was faces. I was making circles. Yes, that is right. As soon as that's how I do it when I make videos with PicMonkey.
Sorry, I'm going to answer your question.
So that's it.
Awesome, Beryl. Well, thank you so much. And it looks like we don't have any other questions. So that is really awesome. I appreciate your time. And this was really fun.
Thank y'all. I haven't eaten. I can eat now because I was just like, oh, I was so nervous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Webinar days are always nerve-wracking being on camera, but you did wonderfully. This was great.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being part of my first webinar.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys. And thank you so much for joining. Bye, Beryl.
Thank you. Bye.